Hello all and welcome back to the Hez Project. I'm John Odolaza and we're going to be talking about episode 5 of season 2 The Mandalorian, chapter 13, The Jedi. The whole episode opened up with this very ugly looking planet. Like it's nighttime of course, but it's just everything is destroyed, all the trees are dead, and you see like these soldiers with guns, they're like looking for something, and then you just see a white lightsaber light up in the middle of this dark forest, and it's Ahsoka. Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars, from Star Wars Rebels. She's here. She has finally made her live-action debut in the Star Wars universe, and look, I'm not a big Ahsoka fan. I don't have a nostalgia factor, if you will, for Ahsoka, but when she appeared on screen, when that lightsaber lit up, I knew who it was. I knew what I was getting myself into. Something about Rosario Dawson's portrayal of this character I fell in love with. And maybe it's because I already loved Rosario Dawson from Daredevil and all the other Marvel Netflix shows that we got a couple years ago. Probably that. It's probably what it is. I'm just in love with her. She's an incredible actress. She's very beautiful, and I'm in for whatever she wants to take up these days. We see that she's on this planet. She's looking to get inside this one base protected by some lady that she knows. She like references her later on that she was all the way back in the Clone War days, which is I think it's really cool to see these timelines come together and these characters from different timelines kind of mesh with the new characters that we're getting in this show. After the main title card, we see Mando and Baby Yoda land on the same planet, and they go into the same little village, the same little town, where this lady that Ahsoka was trying to get to, she pulls in Mando and says, "I have a job for you. Kill this Jedi." And yeah, so he kind of puts two and two together. I'm like, well, maybe they're the same Jedi. Maybe I don't have to do this at all. Maybe he was going to be a little bit scummy, because I did think of this too. What if Mando actually like turned on Ahsoka? Like, how dark would that have been for Star Wars? For Disney Star Wars too. Like, insane. But like, I don't know. That would have been very intriguing to see that. Have Ahsoka help him out, they take out this crew, and then he just takes out Ahsoka or something. Like, oh, that's dark. I don't want to get there, guys, but nonetheless, this lady offers Mando a Beskar-made staff. It's like pure Beskar. And yeah, I think he didn't say yes. He also didn't say no. So you kind of just had that thought lingering in the back of my head because, Mandalorians, we've learned in this show, Mandalorians are very versatile with which side that they pick on and which side they want to help. And yeah, so that was just me personally. Not jokes aside, I really thought that was a possibility. Thank God it wasn't, because again, I love Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. That's my new favorite thing in Star Wars right now. It's live action Ahsoka Tano. It's incredible. So we see Mando and Baby Yoda tracking down this Jedi that they're trying to look for, and then out of nowhere, Ahsoka just drops. She starts slashing Mando with her dual lightsabers, and he's just got he's got his wrists up, or his arms up, protecting himself. The lightsaber is not cutting through his Beskar. Like, what? I certainly didn't know this. Maybe that's already like common knowledge and I'm just an idiot who just found this out. But I've never seen it before. Reading it is one thing, but seeing it, like, you'll remember. I've never seen that before. A Mandalorian getting struck by two lightsabers and he's fine. He got struck multiple times on the arms and he's just blocking it with his gauntlets. It was just incredible. And I'm like, yo, what? It was just really a really cool thing to see. Things that really bring the lore to life and just fill us with knowledge literally every time we ingest a piece of Mandalorian content, or even Star Wars content, that is. Like, anything. Whenever they can throw a new bit of information about the Star Wars lore, I love it. And that was cool. Seeing Beskar be basically, like, it's just immune, or, yeah, it's unbreakable to lightsabers. Of course, Mando and Ahsoka stop fighting, and then she looks at Baby Yoda. She's intrigued. I assume she's remembering Master Yoda, Jedi Master Yoda from the Clone Wars and all the other movies, of course. We all know him. And I guess, like, she immediately clicked. She's like, I assume you want help with this little thing. And then, they get to talking. She sits them down at a campfire, and she's telling them little stories. And I love this scene. She's teaching Mando, our main character, the guy we're supposed to see through in this show. I thought it was really interesting, and it really needed to happen this way, of Ahsoka telling Mando about, just a little bit about the old ways, the Jedi ways, the Jedi Order, before Order 66, all of that. And it was just very fascinating to see just the way Ahsoka, who's someone, when she first debuted, because I was alive, of course, when she debuted, I was never into her. But in this episode, you can see the veteran in her. She's been through some stuff. She's been there since before the Clone Wars. Well, like, right at the start of the Clone Wars, I should say. But yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoyed watching her and just connecting with her in this part of her life. It was just interesting. She then nonchalant drops Baby Yoda's name in front of Mando, and he's all surprised. Baby Yoda's name is Grogu, and it's a nice little cute name. I'm totally fine with it. We can stop calling him Baby Yoda, because he's not Yoda. He is of Yoda's species, but I'm really glad that we're giving him a name, because he's an interesting character. He's certainly going places in this series, and he deserves his own name, his own unique name, and Grogu it fits perfect. It's a cute little name for a cute little thing. Ahsoka then says something very interesting, and I loved this part. She says, I can't train Grogu because he has such a strong attachment to you that if I rip him away from you, he might go down a path of anger and hatred and suffering, the whole Anakin, Darth Vader route, and we don't want that. She says, I've seen this happen to a strong Jedi Knight, and I'm not going to let it happen again. Mando's like, all right, fine, that's cool, but lady over here said, kill you and I'll get some Beskar, and I love me some Beskar. So instead, a Jedi and a Mandalorian teaming up to take on this big old group of soldiers and that one lady. I don't know her name. I don't honestly care. But yeah, they team up. They decide to flip the script. They play a little trick on the lady. They drop, Ahsoka comes into their little base. She drops Mando's shoulder blade, so she plays it off that she just killed Mando, and then they just throw it out. He comes out of nowhere. They're shooting. She's slashing. She's chasing. She finally gets to the lady. They face off. She takes off her jacket. By the way, I know I already talked about Ahsoka in this episode, but man, she's awesome. I really like her look. She looks really cool. Ahsoka pulls out her dual white lightsabers. This lady is wielding the big old Beskar staff, and they start fighting, and of course, Beskar, impenetrable for the lightsabers, so it was a pretty dope fight to see. And it just cuts back to Mando and this soldier who's got him at gunpoint. He's like, who do you think's gonna win? I thought it was funny. And he's just trying to trick Mando so he could, get a quick shot at him. And he's like, oh, looks like you won, because he heard the Beskar staff drop, and it makes, a big old noise. So, Ahsoka bested her, so they lost. He puts down his gun, and it quickly pulls out a pistol from his ass. And then Mando pulls his out even faster, of course. Good old Western nods I love in this show. They took out everyone in this little base. Ahsoka, Mando, they save all of the people, all the prisoners of this little village. And then she says, I still can't train him. But he's like, you promised me something. I did everything you asked. And she said, he might go down a bad path. And we don't want that. I cannot let that happen. So go to this planet over here. Oh my god. Dude, the Jedi told him to go to another planet. It's that one little aspect of, all right, now go to this planet, now go to this planet, and now go to that planet. He's traveling back and forth, going planet to planet in every episode, which, I mean, isn't terrible, but like when you want to nitpick, it's so easy. It's so easy to nitpick. But guys, overall, this was a fantastic episode, but it was great for lore purposes, for moving the story forward, and a part of this episode, right before Ahsoka bested that lady, she has the lightsaber to her throat, and she says, "Tell me where Grand Admiral Thrawn is." Grand Admiral Thrawn? I know who Grand Admiral Thrawn is. I haven't seen Rebels or anything that he's in or read anything he's in. And if he's in this show too, that's awesome. I would love to see more content being put into this show. What if Grand Admiral Thrawn and Moff Gideon are the same person? It's just a theory. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. But if it happens, you heard it here first. Unless someone else said it. Nonetheless, guys, let me know down below, what did you think of this episode of The Mandalorian? Tell me your favorite part. Tell me if you adore Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano as much as I do. The answer is you don't, because I love Rosario Dawson. Leave a like while you're at it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you thought of my content. Let me know about my other videos. I got plenty of stuff. Be sure to stick around, because there's always more to come.